up, dog? So anyway, I just did this video and the whole camera was out of focus. Anyway, how's everyone doing today? It's Sean and I'm back at you with another video. I'm really excited to make this video because I haven't had any videos recently where I could just sit back, and just talk and not read a script or read like bullet points that I have to cover, I just get to just talk. Some context of this video: I was in class the other day, about to take my exam, and this girl comes in, God bless her flippin' soul, and she's got this video going, right, showing everyone. She's like laughing hysterically, and everyone's like, no, that's not funny, that's not funny. She shows it to her best friend, and her best friend says the same thing, and I get into a big argument in front of everyone, and I'm like, hey, you mind if I see that right quick? And she's like, yeah. So I watch the video, and I thought it was kind of funny because the entire thing transpired in a GameStop. So she hands me her phone, and the video was of this trans woman at GameStop kind of having like a meltdown and like destroying a bunch of shit and screaming. But afterwards I started thinking about it, and I kind of wanted to I was wondering what actually was happening in the video, like who was in the wrong, what was going on. And that's what I'm going to be doing in this video. We're going to be taking a look at it, and we're going to be dissecting what's going on and trying to get to the bottom of it, right? So, let's get into this.
We're not doing credit. You're going to give me my fucking money back.
Excuse me, sir. There's a young man in here.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
I'm going to stop it right there, right? I'm going to stop it right there because there's some important shit that's happening. So, the trans woman just got a shitty return on her in-store credit or whatever. I'm pretty sure that's what happened because that's what it sounds like they were saying. And she's pissed because, if you know anything about GameStop, they give you shitty in-store credit and everyone gets mad. There's a bunch of GameStop freakouts on the internet, whatever. So she's already mad. She starts cussing out the guy behind the counter, and there's a mother standing beside her that's like, hey, sir, could you stop screaming? There's my child's here. And so this is the only part where no one has done anything really wrong yet. So the mother didn't know what the trans woman's pronouns were because from afar, the trans woman is not very feminine. You can tell by the voice, and you can tell by the body structure that she's not very feminine. She looks pretty masculine. So I'm gonna give the mom a pass for calling her a sir at that point. And she should get a pass anyway because the pronouns haven't even been introduced yet. So the trans woman didn't go, I want to be called ma'am, before she said sir, right? So next you're gonna see where the wrong comes in.
Oh, please, if you'd like me to, you need to settle down.
You need to settle down and mind your business, okay? Ma'am, once again, ma'am.
I said both of you.
No, you said sir. Once again, it's ma'am.
If you didn't notice that, the guy behind the desk actually did say sir after she was screaming at the mother to say that her name is ma'am.
I actually said both of you guys. It was in general.
Right beforehand, you fucking said sir.
Sir? Okay.
Motherfucker, take it outside. If you want to call me sir again, I will show you a fucking sir.
I apologize.
Motherfucker.
I apologize now.
So the guy behind the counter did say sir. He did call the trans woman sir twice after she said her name was, or her pronoun was ma'am. And the rest of the video, it entails of the trans woman freaking out and yelling even more and threatening the guy behind the counter. And the guy behind the counter doesn't say sir anymore. He proceeds to say ma'am and apologize. But at that point, I think it's a little too late, and I'll get to why. So if we talk about who's in the wrong here, I'm pretty sure everyone is in the wrong here except the mother, because the mother didn't know beforehand, I don't think, that the trans woman wanted to be called ma'am. And what the trans woman did wrong was she's cussing in front of a child. It's not that big of a deal, but she starts kicking shit and destroying their property. And the guy behind the desk is a fucking asshole because he's misgendering her after she said what her pronoun was. And that's where it gets a little interesting, right? Because I can't know why the guy called her sir twice after she said that her pronoun was ma'am, because I'm not him. I don't know what he was thinking. A lot of people throw stigma at trans people, particularly the trans people that stick up for themselves at times like this, because they're oh, these people are fucking crazy making such a big deal over pronouns, get over it, right? But in the life of somebody that is transgender, their gender identity is something that's so huge for them. It was such, most likely, a big turning point in their life. And they may identify with their gender differently than a cis. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm using terms like this, bro. Have you seen my videos from years ago where I used to, like, rant about millennials? Anyway, people that aren't transgender most likely identify with their gender differently, or differently and to a lesser extent than transgender people do for that reason. A big part of me wants to give the guy behind the desk a pass for the simple fact that we don't know why he misgendered her twice after she said her pronoun. It could have been because he was in shock of the whole situation heating up. It could have been just because he was being an asshole and just wanted to misgender her to be an asshole. In that case, he's an asshole. And if he was just doing it because he thought being transgender was wrong. And that's a big thing. Because being transgender simply isn't wrong. I don't feel like that's like an opinion, right? Because being transgender goes far deeper than the identity, right? If you identify as a different gender, that's just a way of self-expression. And I think everybody's entitled to that. And it's also a deep biological thing, too, for a lot of trans people. They don't feel like the gender that they've been given. Like, it's a deep feeling. And I'm pretty sure it's something with, like, stuff rewiring your brain during development or whatever. But there are biological reasons for many trans people that they change their gender. And it's more than an identity thing for them, you know. And I feel like the people that just think that being trans is wrong are people that just, it's so alien to, like, changing your gender is so alien to them. The people that don't think being transgender is right, they think it's wrong, are people that I feel like don't come from communities where accepting trans people is either promoted or even an option. The fact of the matter is, if the guy behind the desk misgendered her because he doesn't understand the biological or identity aspects of why trans people exist, then I feel kind of bad, right? I feel like you can't blame people for not knowing something that they don't know. Assuming that he misgendered her on purpose, if he was fully sensitized to the fact that that's an actual person, they're going through this shit, this whole identity and biological change, he would probably be more understanding. I feel like everybody has a right to express themselves. And that being said, you don't have to accept the lifestyle of a trans person. You don't even have to respect that lifestyle. But you do have to respect them as a person. Because at the end of the day, we're all just people. And you're no more or less human than a trans person. And you're no more or less human than the person that disagrees with being transgender. Actually, frankly, you don't have to respect anyone. But I think you'd be a bit of a dickhead if you do that. Anyway, this has been shown. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribers and viewers, do you do best, subscribe and view, and I have an extra request today. If you disagree or agree with what I said, leave a comment in the description, and also, if you want, tell me how you feel about this incident here. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.